Make it quick and easy at Liquor and Tobacco Express. From crowd favorites like Crown Royal to premium pours like Weller, they've got the selection you're looking for. Need something special? They deliver and handle specialty orders too. Open Monday through Saturday, 8 a.m. to 9 p.m. and Sunday, 9 a.m. to 8 p.m. Find them at 1190 East Highway 372, Suite 5. Liquor and Tobacco Express. Fast, friendly, and fully stocked.
A 19-second conversation with a stranger online can put your child in danger of being exploited or abused.
Talking to kids about online safety can protect us for a lifetime. Don't wait. Talk to us today.
You're watching News 25. Local coverage you can count on. News 25 is brought to you by J.K. Nelson Law, voted best of Las Vegas. Give them a call, 702-727-9900.
Thank you for joining us here on News 25 and Ace Country Radio and streaming at KPVM.TV and now on Roku devices on this Monday, February 9th, 2026. Good evening, I'm Chris Palermo. Here is what's happening. Benjamin Talbot was sentenced today for shooting a sawed-off shotgun into another vehicle, severely injuring the driver and passenger. The family involved in the incident delivered statements, and Samantha Roberts reports.
Benjamin Talbot appeared today in Judge Lane's courtroom for sentencing. During the hearing, Talbot's defense attorney emphasized that he has no prior criminal record, arguing that his actions were the result of a methamphetamine-induced psychosis in which he believed his daughter was being abused in California.
We know what this case is about. It's about a young man named Benjamin Talbot that took methamphetamine, never been in trouble in his life, didn't have a lengthy methamphetamine abuse time, but he did abuse it back in 2022, and he went into a state of psychosis where he was out of his mind and believed things that were happening that weren't really happening. And he heard voices, and these voices told him to go down to California where he would find that his daughter was being abused. We're not here to shy away from what happened. We know what he did. He knows what he did. But he was in a state of delusion and believed that something was happening to his daughter, and he opened fire on these folks, and it's horrible. And we don't shy away from that. But after it was done, I mean, we had body cam of everything, and you could see how out of his mind he was.
District Attorney Keith Brower then called Pamela Hurl to the stand to describe the events of that horrific night. Hurl testified that on November 3rd, Benjamin Talbot pulled alongside their van and fired a sawed-off shotgun into the vehicle. The blast struck her husband multiple times in the neck, back, and head, leaving shotgun pellets lodged in his lungs that remain there to this day.
He shot into my husband's back, where Keith so graciously accepted the gift of 5 large pellets from Benjamin Talbot in his back and one in his neck, and dozens of shrapnel in the back of Keith's neck, head, and back of ears. He was having a very hard time breathing. He pushed us sideways. We went across to Mans up a 4-foot embankment and went airborne 15 feet. We came out the same way that we went in. My husband immediately told us to get down because he was waiting for us when we came out, and that he might try to finish the job. By then I had 911 on the phone, and Benjamin was hot on our tail. We proceeded up Hafen Ridge towards the school at 100 miles per hour. At that time, Keith had asked Jesse to put something to plug up the holes, and Jesse, who was 13 at the time and autistic, found the old toilet paper towels and put it where he could see blood, which was on Papa's neck. We got to the curb just past the school with Benjamin still behind us, and Keith said, "Pam, tell everyone I love them because I can't see anymore, I'm dying." Keith then went unconscious, and I did not know if he was dead or alive. The van rolled to the side of the road. I jumped out while the van was still rolling a little bit and ran to the driver's side, opened the door, and Keith was still unconscious. I knew I needed to get him moved over to the passenger seat so I could get my family away from this crazy person. I didn't know where I was going to go. I just knew I needed to get away. I turned left on Quarter Horse, and left on Keisha, and then left on Jane, and thank God the corner house had no gate, so I turned in. Benjamin had parked in the street across from the driveway I had just turned into. At the time, the police showed up. I told them that was him, and then Benjamin took off. They chased him and caught him.
Following Mrs. Hurl's testimony, the court sentenced Talbot to 72 to 180 months in prison, including a mandatory 6-year term for the offense.
Based on the testimony we heard and based on the offense synopsis set forth, I sentence you to 72 to 180 months in prison.
The victims requested $500,000 in restitution. However, Talbot's attorney objected to the amount and requested an evidentiary hearing to determine appropriate restitution. Following the hearing, News 25 spoke with members of the Hurl family about the outcome.
How do you feel knowing that he got at least 6 years in prison, guaranteed?
I would have liked it to have been a lot longer, which I believe it's going to be, but I am so relieved. 3 years of hell that we've lived through, the pain that Keith has been through, the things that the boys have been through after seeing Papa get shot and bleeding to death, and me, hopefully now I can get out of my bedroom and live again. I hope I can live again.
And Papa, how do you feel?
Well, it's the sentencing is never long enough for things like this to happen, you know. I'm the last person want to see somebody go to prison or jail because, but on something like this, it's too drastic of a thing to happen.
More news now. Legislation was introduced today in Nevada to help rebuild relationships with some of our largest tourism partners. This, according to a congresswoman here in the Silver State. U.S. Representative Dina Titus of Nevada, a Democrat, wants to work on issues related to tourism and trade. On Monday, she introduced legislation to create a working group under the United States-Mexico-Canada Agreement. The Titus legislation is called the USMCAS Travel and Tourism Resiliency Act. The reps involved would meet for the purpose of gathering input and advice from trade and tourism companies. This data would create strategies for tourism and travel with North America. KSNV-TV is reporting today. In a statement issued by the Congresswoman, she said, President Trump has alienated Canada and Mexico through his words and policies. She added, we need to rebuild our relationships with two of our largest tourism partners to restore travel to Las Vegas and other destinations. Eric Hansen is the Senior Vice President and Head of Government Relations for U.S. Travel. He said, creating a travel and tourism trade working group will strengthen North American cooperation, boost competitiveness, expand travel exports, and support the millions of American workers and businesses powered by travel. Coming up, Nevada is trying to solve the housing crisis. You're watching News 25.
In a wreck, need a check.
In a wreck,
need a check.
In a wreck, need a check.
Hurt in a wreck and need a check? We're Lerner and Rowe. Make one call, that's all.
Lerner and Rowe is the way to go. Call 877-1500.
It's a new year and time to start something new. That's why at Saida Trudeau, we're having the Start Something New sales event. Starting now and all month long, we are celebrating the new year with incredible savings on every new vehicle in stock. I'm talking about every new 2025 Ram 1500, 2500, and 3500. Every new 2025 and 2026 Jeep Compass and Grand Cherokee. You can save big on all new 2025 Jeep Wrangler 4xEs and Gladiators. We have Nye County's largest inventory, but if you don't see what you're looking for, let us do the legwork for you. Our professional locators have years of experience locating vehicles of your dreams. At Saida Trudeau, we don't use bait and switch tactics. We treat you like a friend and neighbor. Come see the difference for yourself with the Start Something New sales event all month long at Saida Trudeau, Chrysler, Jeep, Dodge, and Ram, your original hometown dealer.
Secure your family while you're home or away. Monitor your home with cameras, burglar, smoke, and fire alarms 24/7, 365 days a year. Provide yourself with a peace of mind by using your smartphone or computer. You can monitor your home anytime or anywhere. Let Mastercraft Electronics install security your family deserves. Call Mastercraft Electronics today. Secure your home or business. 775-990-4896. Mastercraft Electronics is licensed and bonded. 1 month free alarm monitoring when you sign up for service. Mastercraft Electronics, 775-990-4896.
Ace Country Radio. Reach a larger audience all the time, 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, as far north as Fernley in Fallon, Nevada. Call 775-727-9400.
With the help of my VA care team, I'm reaching new heights.
Learn more at vacareers.va.gov/PSA.
$10 million in a pedestrian accident, $5 million in a car accident. These are just a few of our recent results.
Hurt in a wreck? Need a check? We're Lerner and Rowe. Make one call, that's all.
Lerner and Rowe is the way to go. Call 877-1500.
You're watching News 25. Local coverage you can count on.
Welcome back to News 25. I'm Chris Palermo. Nevada is taking a major step toward addressing its housing shortage. Governor Joe Lombardo announced millions of dollars in new funding aimed at expanding attainable housing options across the state.
More than $64 million has been approved to expand attainable housing opportunities in Nevada. According to Governor Joe Lombardo's office, the funding comes from the Nevada Attainable Housing Account created through Assembly Bill 540 last year. State officials say the investment will help develop 358 for-sale homes and more than 1,200 multifamily apartment units statewide. In southern Nevada alone, 7 apartment, home, and townhome developments are planned, totaling just over 1,000 housing units. The Nevada Attainable Housing Council has also approved an additional $3 million for home ownership opportunities, along with more than $9 million in matching funds from local governments. Governor Lombardo says the funding is designed to jumpstart development and expand home ownership opportunities for low and moderate income families across the Silver State.
All right, well, there were 2 battles yesterday during the Super Bowl, the teams on the gridiron and the matchup between halftime shows. The debate as to who won the latter carries on. Haley Gravy has more in this story.
The cultural conversation that erupted around the Super Bowl halftime show has refused to quiet down. Puerto Rican singer Bad Bunny delivered his anticipated headlining performance at Levi's Stadium in Santa Clara, California. A show blending of reggaeton rhythms, spirited choreography, and Spanish-language songs that celebrated the Latin heritage and unity across the Americas. The set, which included appearances from Lady Gaga and Ricky Martin, and concluded with a message of togetherness, drew praise from millions of viewers and fierce criticism from others. President Donald Trump was among the most vocal, blasting the performance on Truth Social as absolutely terrible and an affront to the greatness of America, faulting its language and artistic choices. At the time, Turning Point USA hosted its own All-American halftime show, streamed online as a direct alternative to the NFL's halftime spectacle, headlined by Kid Rock and supported by country artists like Brantley Gilbert, Lee Brice, and Gabby Barrett. The counter-programming was pitched as a celebration of faith, family, and freedom, meant to appeal to viewers who felt the official show missed the mark. Turning Point USA's broadcast faced its own hurdles, including last-minute streaming issues on some platforms, but still drew millions of viewers on YouTube and other channels, even as critics questioned production choices and execution. Across social media and public commentary, reactions have been sharply divided. Supporters of Bad Bunny's halftime performance highlighted its cultural celebration and energetic staging, while critics condemned it as out of step with their vision of the American entertainment. The alternative Turning Point USA show sparked debate of its own, with some praising its patriotic tone and others dismissing it as lackluster or pre-recorded. In a moment that goes beyond sport and entertainment, this year's halftime programming has become a flashpoint in ongoing national discussions about art, identity, and media, a conversation that shows no sign of fading anytime soon.
Well, the Bad Bunny show was quite a spectacle. I know that they had people inside the weeds. When it was all done, they got up and walked away. I was hoping that my front and backyard, there was somebody in those weeds, they could just get up and walk away and do the same thing too. More news now. The Pahrump Valley Junior High and High School Rodeo rode into town over the weekend at the McCullough Rodeo Arena.
Over the weekend, the sounds of hooves and hometown pride filled the air in Pahrump as young rodeo athletes took center stage. The Pahrump Valley Junior High School and High School Rodeo brought competitors from across the state to test their skills and showcase months of hard work. Students from across Nevada saddled up to compete in a range of rodeo events, including cutting, barrel racing, and breakaway roping. The event was organized by the Pahrump Valley Rodeo Club and has become a staple of the local community. Supported by donations and sponsors, the rodeo highlights young athletes while keeping the spirit of competition and community alive.
More sports coming up. The Raiders have a new head coach and more. You're watching News 25.
Start the new year in a new ride at Pahrump Valley Auto Plaza, your hometown Chevy headquarters. January is the perfect time to upgrade. And right now, Chevrolet is rolling out huge New Year's savings on cars, trucks, and SUVs you already love. Whether you're looking for a Silverado, Equinox, Trailblazer, or Traverse, you'll find great financing offers, special factory incentives, and serious savings waiting for you. And here's even more good news. Construction is going great on our brand new edition, which means even more inventory, even more selection, and even better buying experience coming your way. But don't wait. These January Chevy deals won't last forever. Shop online right now at PaHrumpCars.com or come see us in person at Pahrump Valley Auto Plaza, where hometown service beats big city selection. Pahrump Valley Auto Plaza, online at PaHrumpCars.com, and on your way to a better ride today.
Love isn't just roses and chocolates. It's staying connected to the moments that matter. From work to play, from family to friends. This February, love your connection with Valley Communications. Valley Communications, local, affordable, reliable.
Hi, I'm attorney Jonathan Nelson of J.K. Nelson Law. We've been honored to be recognized by Best of Las Vegas and receive the Best Attorney in Pahrump for the past 4 years running. Awards are great, but helping clients get the money they deserve is why we're in business. After you've been injured in an auto accident, it's important not to listen to the insurance companies. Give us a call today, 775-727-9900. With offices in Pahrump, Southwest Vegas, and Summerlin, our team is here ready to fight for you for the money you're entitled to. So give us a call today.
Oh my gosh, wow. Who am I? Wow, is that really me?
Hi, I'm Jonathan Greenhut, the CEO of Plexiderm. All it takes is 10 minutes to reduce the appearance of under eye bags, wrinkles, and crow's feet. The instant results are from naturally based silicates found in shell clay. Once applied, your skin tightens and firms. Take action with our Plexiderm 10-minute challenge. Try it today for only $14.95, plus get free shipping. Call the number on your screen.
Don't settle for chuck in a truck. Go pro with Pahrump Valley Tree Pros. Licensed and insured, family owned and operated with over 20 years of experience. No job is too big or too small, including insurance jobs and emergency removals, commercial and residential removals, stump grinding, trimming, and shaping for trees and dense brush on your properties. We show up on time with the safest state-of-the-art equipment and ensure every customer is happy and satisfied with the project. Our name says it all. If you want the best, give us a call. Pahrump Valley Tree Pros, 702-764-2695.
You're watching News 25. Local coverage you can count on. News 25 is brought to you by Mountain West Lawyer, Injury Attorneys, 727-9500.
Welcome back to News 25. I'm Chris Palermo. The Raiders have a new head coach, and he's a Super Bowl champion. Mikey Ruhan has that and more in sports.
Time now for your News 25 look at sports and streaming at KPVM.TV and now on Roku devices. Super Bowl 60 felt like a silver lining for the Raider Nation because while the Raiders weren't on the field, the New England Patriots losing always feels like a win. Seattle cruised to a 29-13 victory, and Raider fans were cheering almost as hard as Seahawk fans, just for very different reasons. And then came the news Raider Nation has been waiting for. Seahawks offensive coordinator Clint Kubiak confirmed what fans have been refreshing their phones about for weeks. He's officially the next head coach of the Silver and Black. Big honors for the boss. Mark Davis will be inducted into the Southern Nevada Sports Hall of Fame as part of the class of 2026 for his impact on professional sports in Las Vegas. Since relocating the Raiders in 2020, Davis helped bring Allegiant Stadium to life. Another familiar name is heading to Canton. Former Raiders running back Roger Craig will be inducted into the Pro Football Hall of Fame as part of the class of 2026. Craig began his career in San Francisco before suiting up for the Silver and Black in 1991. And finally, because no Super Bowl Sunday is complete without it, the Seahawks weren't the only ones celebrating a big win. Las Vegas' own Dumpling led Team Fluff to victory in the 2026 Puppy Bowl. Adopted from the Nevada SPCA, Dumpling trained hard for the big moment, learning to bark less, share toys, and absolutely dominate on the cutest stage in sports. Forget Lombardi trophies, this one comes with belly rubs. And that's your look at sports on News 25.
News 25 WeatherCam is brought to you by Lerner and Rowe Injury Attorney's Office in Pahrump. In a wreck, need a check? Call 702-877-1500.
Lerner and Rowe WeatherCam, and it's Monday. And, well, in Pahrump, we're getting ready for the Hot Air Rally in the Valley. These folks are hang gliding, and looks like a lot of fun. Friday, Saturday, Sunday down at Petrack Park. What is the forecast? We'll let you know.
Celebrate Love in the Sky at Petrick Park, February 13th through 15th. Start each morning with breathtaking hot air balloon launches lifting off at 7 a.m. Enjoy tethered rides, balloon walkthroughs, and VIP experiences, including the exclusive Horizon Club High Fly Pass.
As the sun sets, don't miss the spectacular night balloon glow, lighting up the sky starting at 6:30 p.m.
All weekend long, they'll have wedding and vow renewal ceremonies with Wandering Hearts elopements. Saturday also brings the Lover's Lane Car Show.
Lock in your love at the Love Lock Wall and join in the fun with Battle of the Sexes games, putt-putt golf, and live entertainment.
Enjoy breakfast from Roxy's Drive-In Diner or dinner from Pistol's Pit Stops and Pastries, and savor the taste of Pahrump featuring local wineries, meat, rum, and more.
Live music, performers, themed vendors, and romance all weekend long. February 13th through the 15th at Petrack Park.
For more details or to purchase your passes online, go to PahrumPRallyInTheValley.com.
Got bills? Need some pay? Then come be a cowboy trucker at Ponderosa Dairies in Amargosa Valley. They're currently seeking experienced CDL drivers to haul hay, grain, and milk while earning up to $2,000 a week. This isn't a job, it's a career. Whether you hit the open road or drive around Nevada's biggest dairy, they offer a great wage, benefits, and 401k retirement package. If you have what it takes to be a good hand, isn't it time you ride for the brand? The beautiful Ponderosa Dairies are currently hiring qualified CDL drivers who have doubles and tankers endorsements, as well as the ability to drive a standard transmission. If this is you, call Ed now, 702-682-3339. Once again, 702-682-3339. Send an email with your information to ap@ponderosadairy.com. Join the family at Ponderosa Dairy.
Weather is sponsored by the Nevada Dairy Farmers and the Dairy Council of Nevada, sharing the love of all things dairy. Celebrate the best moments with milk. Milk the moment. And the weather is also brought to you by the Ponderosa Dairy, Nevada's largest dairy, fresh from our farm to your table.
Welcome back to News 25. I'm Chris Palermo. This is your weather forecast from the Anchor Desk. 53 in Fernley today. Fallon went up to 54. Carson City, 50. They're going to be 27 degrees tonight. Tonopah's 51. Goldfield is mining, 52 degrees. Beatty, it is not 80, it is 66. Hermosa, 70, a warm spot, and they're 46 tonight. Las Vegas, right here, 70 degrees. We're going down to 52 tonight. Dead Valley, 77, folks, 55 for low. Your current temperature, 64 in Pahrump in the valley. Looking pretty good. Your sun rose this morning, 6:37 a.m., 29% humidity. You can feel that humidity creeping up just a little bit. We are going to get some weather, west-northwesterly direction on the wind, 5 miles an hour. The high was 69 degrees. Pahrump, like I said, pretty toasty, 64. Right now, sunset about, let's say 11 minutes ago, not even at 5:19. 48% humidity and easterly wind direction tonight, 4 miles an hour. Low tonight, comfortable, 49 degrees. And your 7-day local forecast goes a little something like this. Like I told you, tomorrow clouds rolling in. Wednesday, 64, 60 on Wednesday. Thursday, well, it's looking pretty good, 61, 64 Friday. Saturday, a few more clouds popping in. Saturday and Sunday, 64, 62. Next Monday, 53, and our lows, well, our low tonight, pretty good, 53. I'm sorry, tomorrow night, 53, 40s. Now, here's what's going to happen next week. Some are predicting that we are getting heavier rain and more moisture than usual for this time of the year. Of course, you'll want to stay tuned right here. And as we get closer to the weekend, the hot air rally in the valley will be really dependent upon the wind situation, especially down at Petrack Park for those balloons to launch. That'll just about do it for all of us here tonight. Chris Palermo, News 25. Make it a great night.
Imagine this happens to you. You're driving along and someone causes you to be in an accident. Now you're stuck with these injuries and damages, dealing with the insurance agents and the attorneys, getting